Well, today we are chatting about a Christmas survival guide from Dentist, the tooth saving tips that don't involve saying no to sweets. With us on the program today, we have dentist Dr. Deepak. Can I say welcome along to the show?
Thanks for having me.
Well, can I ask first of all, why is grazing over Christmas such a problem for our teeth?
For sure, I think we can thank the researchers for the latest insight on that. What we're noticing really is it's not actually just the how much sugar we're having anymore, but it's actually how often and kind of how we're consuming it. So what we're noticing with all the research is every time we have sugar, there's a 20-minute attack on the actual teeth. The acid is starting to really attack the enamel. But if you're grazing, you're constantly exposing that enamel to that numerous acid attack. So when you're watching that long movie or you're kind of grazing throughout the day, which is quite normal on Christmas, essentially you're really exposing that enamel to some big damage.
Can you talk us through some of the research?
100%. So, without getting too much scientific this morning, it's something called the Stefan curve, which measures how acid around the tooth is kind of exposed over that kind of 20-minute period. And every time you have sugar, the acid cycle starts all over again. So, what we're noticing is those kind of sticky foods, whether it's those toffees, those ones are kind of adhering to the actual tooth themselves, exposing that enamel to quite a lot of acid. And that's how cavities form. So cavities form from bacteria releasing the acid and then over time causing a decay in cavity. And the research is now showing that if you can eat all your food together in one kind of episode rather than grazing throughout the day, you're reducing that risk of cavities forming.
Can you tell us how can people enjoy sweets without causing extra damage?
For sure, what you should really be looking to do is choosing the right sweets, staying away from those toffees and fudges that can pull out fillings and really stick to teeth throughout the day. Try and choose sweets that are able to be consumed in a short period of time. So avoid kind of big packets of sweets and those that you can kind of keep nibbling throughout the day as well. And if you are having lots of sugar, try and neutralize that acid with lots of water. Cheese is another great aspect to have as well. So if you're having any of those mulled wines or any of those fizzy drinks, have that little cheese board next to you to neutralize that acid itself. So, and even switch those sweets to something a bit more healthier. Nuts are great as long as you're not chewing too hard, or even carrots and those kind of celery and those fun things that you can find on the Christmas grazing table, really.
What dental emergencies do you see most often at Christmas?
Yeah, especially here at the Toothfairy app, we're seeing a lot of people using their teeth as tools. So you're seeing a lot more broken front teeth. Sellotape is being cut with their front teeth, or you're opening a packet of stuffing just with your front teeth in the kitchen. So yeah, a lot more teeth fractures. So never use your teeth as tools. And then yeah, lost fillings is another big one we're seeing as well. Those stuffy and those kind of sticky foods pulling out those metal fillings really.
Now, which festive foods actually help protect our teeth?
Look, crunchy vegetables are really important. Carrot, celery, they're kind of acting like a natural toothbrush. Cheese, as we've talked about, is kind of a neutralizing food. It's a superfood, kind of helping balance out any acid that's floating around. And you can't ever go wrong with lots and lots of water throughout the day. Stay hydrated. Keep the mouth kind of exposed to nice hydration, which is always very good. So look, overall, keeping a nice, healthy, balanced diet. But for sure, have those sugars, have those sweets as well.
Now, can I ask what are your top tips for avoiding a dental disaster this holiday?
100% is to keep away from anything that's going to damage the teeth, such as yeah, using your teeth as tools, as we've spoken about. Definitely protecting your enamel. If you are having any of those kind of mulled wines or any fizzy drinks, definitely have some water after that. And really make sure you're waiting 30 minutes before you brush your teeth after you've consumed any acid foods or drinks. What you don't want to do is rub away any expensive enamel that's softened, which can happen from fizzy drinks themselves.
And finally, can I ask where can we go for more information?
For sure, the NHS website's great. It's got some great tools and tips on there, and definitely the Tooth Fairy website as well. There's lots of blogs written by us dentists on there. It can give you kind of little Christmas hacks and tools to make sure your enamel's protected throughout the kind of festive period.
All I can do is say thank you to Dr. Deepak for joining us on today's show.